The Brothers of Liberty, here to remind you what true freedom is. Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Liberty with the older brother Kelton here. In the past week, we've actually heard about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, and everything has been said there. But I'm not going to focus on that trial. It seems everyone forgot about the Ahmaud Arbery trial, where three white men gunned down a young black man while he was jogging through a neighborhood. Now, everybody has their opinions on it, but this one was actually caught on video of them shooting him. Um, Now, this happened in February 23rd of 2020. The three suspects in question are Gregory McMichael, Travis McMichael, which is the son of Gregory McMichael, and William Bryan was a neighbor who saw them chasing the black man and decided he was going to also pursue. Now, in the trial, one of the three men, according to a police investigator, admitted that they had Arbery trapped like a rat before they shot him. Another witness did call the police when he saw Arbery go to a construction site of a home being built, and he called the non-emergency hotline. Um, and that's if they're calling non-emergency hotline, that means you don't think there's an emergency. You don't think anybody's life is at risk. So for these three people to chase this person, even if he was robbing something or somebody, that's just very much excessive force. And he was running away. He was fleeing, and they chased him. Um, they had him on cell phone. They could have waited till the police got there, and the police could have done a thorough investigation. So yeah, these men were looking to do some harm, whether they want to admit it or not. They had no jurisdiction of chasing him, and especially when he's running away. It's not like he's confronting them or anything like that. He didn't start fighting over the gun until after they trapped him and got close to him for him to even reach for it. And like anybody else, if I'm confronted by people and they have a gun, I'm gonna fight for my life too. And this is just ridiculous because the media is not following this one, but they're following the Kyle Rittenhouse. Now, I'm not saying that Kyle Rittenhouse trial is by any means less important. Both trials are important, but it seems that they forgot about this trial here. They want to focus on the kid who was defending himself um, over this person who was defending himself. And people might say, oh, it's because of race, or it could be because this Kyle Rittenhouse is more national news than this one here. But I'm gonna bring this one to light, especially after the defense attorney who defending the three murder suspects was grilling the police officer, asking him if he ever pulled his gun on a fleeing suspect who refused to obey verbal commands. Well, if I was that cop, I would kindly remind the defense attorney that cops have a right to give verbal commands, but not private citizens, especially to someone who's fleeing away. You hear about citizens' arrests, but it is not the duty of a citizen, especially if someone's running away, to arrest somebody. That is the cop's job, the police. Um, and now, it's one thing of if someone's breaking into your own home, but this was a construction site with nobody there, so no one was getting hurt. He did not go in any other yards, and for all we know, he was just looking because he was curious. There have been people in the when this happened that admit that sometimes they go running, they see something in construction, and they look. So yes, the media is not showing too much of this trial. I mean, they are mentioning it, and it is when you go onto Google, it is up there, but it seems that the Kyle Rittenhouse is taking more of a precedence. And my brother's actually going to do a video on that one. Well, he says he's going to do a video tomorrow, but we'll wait and see. We'll hold our breath. Might lose oxygen. Um, but in my opinion, if I was on the jury, I would see the three men as guilty as charged. Um, There was no need for them to chase the person. There was no need for them to, even if they did trap him, why are you bringing out your guns? He's trapped. Leave him alone. You murdered him in cold blood. You chased him. He was not threatening you. He had no weapons in his hands. And he only lived 2 miles away from that area. So, no, you are not the police, judge, and executioner. There's a reason why we have a law system in America and a police force. Let them decide if there was any crime committed. Um, he was not on your property. So, yes, all three of them should go to jail. All three of them had the same blood on their hands. And, this is a society we live in, where people think they could take the law in their own hand, like in the case several years ago in Florida with Trayvon Martin. And the one thing, and that guy got off scot-free. A lot of people don't realize that his daddy was a judge in that county, so it was probably rigged for him to get off scot-free, even though and this guy wanted to be a police officer, and the Trayvon Martin, he failed it. He calls the dispatcher, and one thing that they always never, the dispatcher themselves told the guy, do not give chase, and he still gave chase. He should have been found guilty for Trayvon Martin's death. And like these three guys here should be found guilty. But that's just my opinion on it. What's your opinion? Like, share, and subscribe. We love to hear your comments and feedback. This is why certain laws need to be made for the protection of people. And this wasn't even a self-defense law, because self-defense means that you are actively in the process of trying to defend yourself. This was a chase down. And that's just my opinion, like I said. If you have any topics you want us to discuss, Brothers of Liberty 76 at gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And once again, this is the older brother Kelton, always reminding you what true freedom is and ought to be.